What's up, everybody? This is Shot by Den, and you are on the official R90s podcast, documentary podcast. I think that's what we're calling documentary podcast and stuff. And I'm here with Vincent, the overall director of it. How are you doing today?
I'm doing wonderful. How are you?
Awesome. I'm doing great. I'm doing great for sure.
Cool.
So we wanted to do the podcast just to kind of talk about a lot of the things that are going to be in it and what R90s is all about. So that's kind of just my first question. It's just like, what is R90s all about, and how did you kind of come up with that idea?
Oh, well, out of all the decades, like 70s, 80s, and 90s, as far as like music, television, movies, and that type of aspect, I love the 90s the most. I feel like the 90s was like, at the peak of everything at that time. So like, the reason why I chose our 90s because since I be watching TV shows like Martin, Fresh Prince, and Wayne's Brothers, even to this day after 20-some years, I feel like it had really played a very, very huge part of my life on how I view TV. Yeah,
because that's kind of like, I think the 90s is what I feel is like the pinnacle of like kind of culture, as far as like, the movies that were coming out and the TV series that were coming out and kind of showing you what the world could be, especially for Black people. And then, it's also the area and the birth of hip hop. There's just kind of so much going on. So I think like the 90s is really just like that sweet spot, so I love it so much. So I think that's kind of what drew me to your project as well. And this is your first documentary, correct? This is like the first one you're ever doing?
Yeah, it's my very, very first one.
That's awesome. So tell me why this documentary is going to be focused on Martin, correct? Right. So tell me why you picked like Martin as your first one. Tell me what drew you to that series.
Oh, Martin is my favorite TV show of all time.
It's a lot of people's favorite TV show of all time. It's like one of those classics for sure.
Absolutely. The reason I chose that is because I've been watching that show since like it first came out. I know it came out since in like 1992, and I was 4 years old then.
Yeah.
And I'm 32 now, so
and still watching it too.
Yeah, after 28 years.
Man, yeah. I wish they would put it like on a streaming service. Like, I know there's no shade to anybody who makes the choices, but if you could put it on a streaming service that everybody could watch, so that we could rewatch it and do the reruns and stuff, that would be great. So anyone who's watching who controls Netflix or Hulu, if you could put it on there, do it for me, do it for the culture, do it for Vincent. Please. In our 90s, but I think Martin is an exceptional choice because I feel like they definitely broke down a lot of barriers with their show, and I feel they also gave us like a special kind of humor, and they made us laugh in a different kind of way.
Yes,
absolutely. Yeah, so I think Martin's an excellent choice, and it's extremely iconic. Like, you still hear like so many references, so many jokes, and you see so much media out, T-shirts that just kind of reference it.
Right.
So I think it's just it's a very strong series. So I'm excited. I'm definitely excited about that. And tell me, what was your favorite like Martin moment? If you could pick one, or even several, like what was your favorite moment on the series that kind of like gets you to this day?
Oh, all of them.
Yeah, but that's a good answer. That's a fair answer.
Yeah. But I'm actually like, but if I had to choose, I'm gonna have to choose the episode when Martin and Tommy went to the DMV because Martin had to get his license renewed. And I like the fact that how that gay dude played him, his executive producer, who was Bentley Kyle Evans. Yeah. He was like flirting with Martin, calling him golden brown.
That was good.
Martin. Yeah, one thing I love about Martin, if you look at that scene, it's when he came to him trying to help Martin do his test. You could tell Martin try so hard not to laugh, and I think that's what made the show very, very
like
fun.
Whenever you have those moments in the show where they're trying really hard not to break character and not to laugh, but I think it was just so naturally hilarious. I imagine being on the show was actually a test of like trying not to laugh for sure. But
absolutely.
They had so many so many great moments, and they also had so many great characters. So do you have a favorite character, like, who stands, even like one of Martin's many characters that he played himself? Is there any character in the show that you think is like your favorite, like your top favorite, or even like your top two favorite characters?
Man, sure. I got the same answer for that one. I love all of them.
Yeah.
Gosh.
It's a colorful cast. It was a really great casting.
Yeah, like, I mean, I love all, like, Shanae, Otis. Well, who else? He played Roscoe.
Mm-hmm.
And he played Mama Payne.
Yeah, Dragonfly Jones.
Yeah. And Bob the Marketer. I mean, Martin played so well in those characters. It's like it was impossible for me to choose who he played the best out of all of them because I love every single one of them like equally.
Yeah, no, that's definitely fair. And what I think was really awesome about it is that he brought such like a unique take and flavor to each character. Like none of his characters that he acted as like were the same, at all. Like they all have their own twist and their own spin, and he was super consistent with it to the point that when they would show up on screen, you would kind of know you would know exactly who they were, but you would never know what to expect what was going to come out of their mouth. And I think they had some real slick jokes on it. So I think all the characters on it were extremely amazing. So what can people expect from our 90s, the Martin edition? What are some things that they can expect? Is it special facts or just a great story of how everything came to be? What do you think people can expect from it?
Yeah, even till after 28 years since like Martin had first been on air, people think they know everything about Martin, but this documentary is gonna teach them that they're not gonna know everything. Yeah. So it is gonna include like some facts they didn't know about, and it also will lead people to comprehend on why this show had to play a special part in our lives growing up. Yeah, and why it was such like a strong, foundation for the 90s too. Right. I think that'll definitely be something great to watch for sure. Yeah, absolutely. So and speaking on series and speaking on the word series, do you think after the Martin R90s edition, do you plan on doing any special series after that or any other type of projects, or is R90s a continuous type of thing that you want to do? Most definitely. Like what I have in mind is doing the Fresh Prince. Yeah. And then afterwards I want to do like the Wayans brothers and like Jamie Foxx. So yeah, I'm still in the works on that. So, absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. You hear about the new reboot that they're going to be working on for Fresh Prince? Oh yeah, I did. It's going to premiere on HBO. Yeah, I think it might. I don't even know. I just know it was based off of that one trailer. It was amazing, actually. Like a fan trailer. It was really well done. So I'm excited to see how they get Will Smith's included on it too. So that's gonna be awesome. Yeah, I would love to see that one. That would be real nice. And we'll say talks about that and everything else for whenever we do the special R90s podcast episode for Fresh Prince, but this is still Martin. We're still talking about Martin. Oh yeah, right. So I'm really excited for it to be coming out. And where can people keep track of the project? Where can people see where it comes out? Where should they follow? I do have a page called Our 90s Page. So I'm gonna be posting it on my Instagram page, and people can see it. And it's mostly gonna be shown on my YouTube page called Bebo Productions. So, but I'm definitely gonna keep y'all updated every day on when the project's gonna come out and what I'm working on. Yeah, well, I'm extremely excited to see it come out. I know it's been like almost a 2-month long process of like getting interviews with fans and doing a whole bunch of research. So I know it's going to be super awesome. So I can't wait for it to drop, and I can't wait for you to see it as well. All information for how you can watch it will be listed inside the description bar. But I can't wait for you all to see it. Thanks for checking in with us on the R90s documentary podcast, and I can't wait for you to see this project when it's done. So yeah, thanks for kicking it with us. See you all later. Let's see. Yeah, have a good one. What's going on, everyone? My name is Vincent, and this documentary is called Our 90s, which covers the hit sitcom Martin from the 90s. And this documentary is about how the hit sitcom reshaped African American television culture forever. Please stay tuned.